Shit!
Hello, my name is Terry, and I had the honor of serving with Lou overseas. Some of you already know me, or for some of you, you may feel like you already know me from all of his stories. Lou, he loved to tell a good story.
The most dangerous patrol of my life. I walked through that drawer. I was having flashes of death before my eyes.
If he wasn't meant to be an airborne ranger, he definitely could have had his own talk show.
I did get a new swing on.
No matter how many times he told the story, he'd tell it as if it was his first time sharing it and laugh with equal conviction. One of his favorite stories is about how he and I hated each other at the beginning of our deployment. Sometimes he'd embellish and say that we were ready to draw our weapons on one another. That never happened. But it is true that we openly disagreed and argued with each other. Early in our deployment, I saw Lou as a one-dimensional person. I thought he was loud and obnoxious, and he thought I was dull and boring. It wasn't until after our deployment that I got to know him, not only as a brother in arms, but also simply as a brother.
This is the barnyard.
Barnyard.
Where I lay my head. This is where the magic happens. Put this room up for my boy. Showed up.
Ben Wallace.
So this is Ben. He's got his AO. You know, this is Billy's AO. This is Layla's, but we use it as a storage area. This is my movies. We got all these movies. If you don't got our angel, you ain't a real gangster. You know what I'm saying?
In the past 5 years, I learned that he loved to joke and smile just as much as he loved to scowl and scream his head off. His words were brutally honest, which only meant he was sincere every time he told you that he loved you. He was compassionate, fiercely loyal, and one of the most supportive people you could ever have in your corner. His laughter was infectious, and so was his energy. That was part of his charm. No matter what came out of his mouth, no matter how pleasing or polarizing you found his words, he was sure to get a reaction out of you. Once, I witnessed him insult a bartender. He accused her of being stingy with our drinks and said she was awful at her job. Whether she knew it or not, I knew that she loved every second of the bickering because she kept dishing out her own insults. Eventually, she gave each of us a double shot on the house, to which Lou told her she was the best bartender ever. Speaking with Lou wasn't merely a conversation, it was an experience. He had a talent to pull you into the moment and become fully absorbed in the conversation. When looking back, sometimes I can barely remember what was said, but I can still remember how I felt. I'm positive that's an experience we've all shared with Lou, a talent that served some of us well in Afghanistan.
I think there's somebody right in front. Incoming!
Lou and I had many conversations that I'll always cherish. We talked about life, love, and even death. He once admitted to me that he feared no man, but found the notion of death unsettling. For him, the great unknown was something he couldn't physically tackle, which was cause for concern. So, we discussed the concept of death by discussing the concept of energy. Energy cannot be created, nor can it be destroyed, although it can be transformed. From the crashing of the waves to its evaporation on the shore, energy continues in one form or another. We wondered what that meant for the human spirit. Together, we agreed that our spirits, souls, call it what you will, doesn't blink out like the flame on a candle. Without putting too much further thought into it, we were satisfied in our agreement that death isn't our final stop. We agreed that something more, something beyond our understanding, lies ahead. Lou talked about how, in the event of his death, he could pass away extremely proud, knowing all that he had accomplished overseas. He spoke with admiration about the quality of men we are fortunate to call our brothers and have served alongside with. On separate occasions, Lou expressed to me his love for his family. He always said that his mother was the closest person who understood him best, and that he was extremely proud of his brother. Proud of his wrestling abilities, proud of his education, and proud of the man who he's become. Without an explanation, he said that in some ways, he was proud that TJ is a better man than he. Unfortunately, after we made it home from Afghanistan, Lou was upset that as a company, he felt we didn't get the recognition that we deserved. He felt that we had survived chaos without so much as a head nod from the very people we chose to defend. For his courage, Lou was awarded the Army Accommodation Medal. It's no Silver Star or Medal of Honor, but as time wore on, we agreed that none of it mattered. What mattered was that we did our jobs and got everybody home. Looking back, I wish I could have told Lou that Medal of Honor or no Medal of Honor, he has earned my highest respect and from those of us around him. Lou had literally put his life on the line for myself and others around me. Although we worked as a team, wittingly or unwittingly, many of us are alive because of his actions.
Hey, who the fuck is in there? Capaldi, where did that come from?
His strength and courage is truly what legends are made of, and I intend to ensure that happens. When I am fortunate enough to have children of my own, I will tell them his name and share stories with them of his actions and bravery, how he risked his life for their father, and how he cared so deeply for a group of men he barely knew before deployment. I will tell my children, and they will tell theirs. Lou, you have always been larger than life and will never be forgotten. We all love you, brother, and we always will. And we will see you on the other side.